Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Bebe Kumi. Today, I have a very unexpected, actually,
Definitely.
guest. Douglas, how's it going, my man? How's everything going? How's your vacation? I think it's vacation, right?
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah,
sort of,
cool,
sort of.
cool,
Not
cool.
really a vacation, but we make it a vacation.
Cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're good.
Yeah?
Thanks for the invite. As you mentioned, it was a little bit unexpected.
Yeah.
But I think the most good parts of things is when things are unexpected.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's absolutely true.
That makes the best nights.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, were you born here or you?
Yeah. So maybe I think maybe easier for the listeners.
Yeah.
Maybe a small introduction of
Sure,
who I
sure.
am, as in a little bit personal. So my name is Douglas Anasagasti. I'm definitely then born on the island of Curaçao,
Yeah.
but did have the luck, I think, or the chance to live here for 5 years. So when I was 5, I moved to the Netherlands, and I've been living there for, well, let's say 35 years now. So you can count my age at the moment. But we're strong and going on.
Still looking young, my man.
Well, that's always good, you know. So and as you mentioned, the unexpected nice part. The last time I was on the island was 15 years ago.
Whoa.
So I'm not really, let's say, that Curacao guy that
Yeah.
needs to travel
Gotcha.
every year or every 2 years to, go back to the white sunny beaches because I have the luck that where I live in Europe, I travel a lot for work.
That's nice.
And that makes it that you get a lot of different vibes in country-wise. So I have the luck to see a lot of countries, and I definitely think that you can't compare the countries with each other. So
Yeah.
that means for me, Italy is an amazing country if you look at Italy.
Yeah.
And it has its nice and good parts. And the same goes for Spain and Greece, etc. So basically, traveling to Curacao is not really for us, like it needs to be done.
Yeah.
So 15 years was the last time. In this case, I came on this journey with a little bit of combination of packages to do.
Okay.
I had, we had a sad thing last year where my grandmother died at age of 84.
Okay.
But
I'm
she
sorry about
was,
that.
yeah, no problem, thank you. But she was living in the Netherlands, enjoying their pension.
Okay,
For,
okay.
let's say, I think something around 12, 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
So she enjoyed the life in the Netherlands. I saw her enough, so that's
Yeah.
okay. Well, we all come to a certain point in time where age and the body doesn't
Yeah.
help us out with
Exactly.
certain things.
You want to
So-
keep going, but
Yeah,
the body says
you
like,
know,
yeah.
maybe the body or the mind doesn't help you
Yeah.
out. Yeah. So basically, we decided during the COVID time to cremate her,
Okay.
and then look for, let's say, a symbolic time or date to put her in the family grave.
Gotcha.
So we chose the 9th of September to put her symbolic in the grave.
Okay.
So basically, what we did then, I said, we of course, like I buried her
Gotcha.
6 months ago.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, but maybe it's a good thing if I travel for this case
Yeah.
to take that opportunity to pay her the
Respect,
last results
yeah.
and the respects, yes. And then another topic came up that my aunt turned 80.
Okay.
Well, in combination, that 15 years was my last time. I think you can take the reference when I'll be back. It could be definitely in 5 or 10 or whatever. So I thought, maybe it's smart. Maybe the last time that I see her alive, you never know.
True.
In
Yes.
In Europe where I live, I can definitely say that life goes fast.
Okay.
I think it's a topic that, of course, it's good to talk about because it doesn't have always its good things. That life
Yeah,
goes fast. I
exactly.
think we need to definitely
Slow it down a little.
well, take
Yeah.
a balance in
Exactly.
some cases. But basically, your reference here in Curaçao or maybe the other Caribbean islands is that you have a way of system, but also the sun involves the temperature that you live in involves a lot in
Exactly.
that system. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
your mind can go 300 kilometers an hour, but your body, because of
Yeah,
the sun,
yeah,
doesn't
it's
go.
done, yeah.
So in Europe, life goes fast. You never know when you're coming back because a year passes like
Yeah, I know.
like it's nothing.
And you're busy. When you're busy, also everything
Well,
It goes faster.
Yeah,
Even
it
though.
goes
Yeah.
faster, definitely. Yeah, and I think opportunity-wise, if you wanna in a country as in Europe reach your goals or
Yeah.
actually basically take opportunities or try to make something of your life,
Yeah.
you have two choices. You can sit down, chill, and relax, and wait for it to be happen. I don't know how many millionaires just
Did that?
did that by sitting down, waiting for the millions to come. But okay,
If you wonder if you win the lottery,
you
that's the
win-
only thing.
Yeah, well,
Eventually, it's gonna. Yeah.
if you win a lottery, still you have to pay the ticket, so then you have to work for it. But okay, no, but I think you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I got
you
you, I
know,
got you.
if you want to achieve something, basically you need to work for it. I think this counts in every country. It's not
Exactly.
only in Europe or America or whatever, but in countries like Europe where life goes faster, you need to be really on point on what you do. You know.
A lot of sleepless nights.
A lot of sleepless nights. It's well, let's say 18 hours work is not really. It's like more a standard thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? So-
even also in the industry that we are, it's
And then also
yeah.
combination of the industry
Exactly.
that we are that makes it very difficult. Yeah, it's an industry that has two faces.
Yeah.
We have the morning phase when we need to fix, all the things. With,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we have the night phase that
phase,
we
and then
gotta do the work.
We gotta do the party.
Yeah, exactly. So, did you when you went to Holland?
Yeah.
After, at 5 years,
Yeah.
you went to school, all of that, and
Yeah.
what type of study did you do? Did you also go into this industry, or you did something completely different
Well,
and
Yeah.
changed?
What for me was, of course, of course, it's not really the good comment on it. But what for me happened is when I was 5 years old, you have to imagine you come to a country where you basically don't know,
Yeah,
you don't know anything.
exactly.
Of course, you have the background of the family where you let's say land on. I lived in a small village near Rotterdam.
Okay.
And it's called Krimpen aan de IJssel. So I had the luck that I didn't have that much influence in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
It was a small village, so that was okay. But I can remember very clearly in my mind that when I was young, I woke up one day and then it was white outside.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the? What is this? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so then I started to check out this vibe of, okay, there was snow.
Yeah.
But then nobody told me that I had to wear different shoes because, we didn't know.
Exactly. Yeah.
We came from one happy sunny island.
Yeah. You can wear flip flops every day if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so that means that I really remember that a lot of things in the Netherlands made it very, let's say, challenging.
Okay.
And one of the decisions that I made when I was young is that because of the challenges that I'm presented with, let me start thinking about what maybe is the good thing to do.
Okay.
And basically, when you travel to a different country, I think, and you're more into your combination with family, etc. Then you have this reference of you need to stick together and fix it because basically you don't have that much of a great or big people that or your family is not that big because
exactly.
my family was in that time more based on the island of Curaçao instead of the Netherlands. So that made it for me that it was actually very clear from my young age that I really need to work, number one, because I need to do it good for my family, for my sister, but also for my mother, etc. Then the number two was if I need to work and make it good for everybody, I need to make sure that because I'm like, let's say, the first or second generation on this new adventure going to the Netherlands, I need to make sure that I can set the path for the next generations.
Yeah.
So that means that it's my sisters or my aunts or my children, and eventually. So I was very on point with my feelings in what to do, and because I was a little bit on point on that case, I saw a lot of things that for me, on one hand, was strange to see.
Okay.
But that made it that when I went to school end of the day, I had to choose to, you have the normal kindergarten,
Yeah.
you go to the middle school and everything. Then when I went to the time where I went to high school, I had to make a choice. And what I saw is that a lot of Dutch children were struggling with making choices because basically I can say it as, I think these guys had too much choices and money.
Yeah,
We didn't have the money, so the choice was limited.
Exactly.
In that case, I really thought about what can I do that maybe I can use in 10 years or 20 years if I travel to another country. So let's say I go back to Curaçao and then I have this background in school. What can I do? So I need to think about something internationally. I need to think about, something that it's the same language in general, but, details is different.
Exactly.
So then I came with horeca.
Okay.
Because, making a steak sandwich, that's in every country the same.
Yeah.
The only thing is that we call the steak sandwich in the US steak sandwich, and maybe in the Netherlands we call it, something else.
Yeah.
So the language barrier is the only thing that you're struggling with, but you're not struggling with the basic elements.
Exactly.
So I chose to do a hotel school.
Okay.
I did it for 4 years, finished my papers, and then in that time, excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I started to work already next to my school. And basically with the same background information. We didn't have, that good of a money balance. Yeah. So I need to help my mother with paying, and I think we could say a topic that I talked about also this week with my family, that a lot of single mothers was, I think, a thing that was a reference in that time. For my mother was the same. She was a single mother, children. She had 2 kids, and we need to manage together. So as let's say the man of the house, the son, but also the man. You need to work, help your mother pay for the bills, to buy the food, etc. So that's basically what I did. But I started this journey already from age of 12, knowing that if I need to make something out of my life for the next generation. So I started doing what we call krantenwijk. Krantenwijk is something that you bring papers.
To houses and stuff?
Yeah, the morning paper.
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
The morning paper, and then you have a different... Then in that time, I found myself in let's say, a little bit of dilemma. So you had 2 types of bringing paper jobs. The one was 3 times a week because this paper, and on Saturday you can earn a little bit more money with some magazines.
Okay.
So you had to carry more load, but basically...
a little more money. Yeah.
And then you had the morning paper that people paid actually for. So it wasn't free.
Yeah.
And there you have less people to bring the newspaper, but you got more money.
Yeah.
So what I did was
Morning
I made
paper.
a combination.
Oh, shit.
Yes,
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Because I thought, So every day was waking up at 5:30 in the morning, getting the paper because it's everyday paper.
Exactly.
So that means getting the paper, pop, and then 6:30 finishing up, washing up,
And then
brushing
go
teeth, going to school. So that made it for me that it was very normal for me to get into a system of if you want to achieve something, you need to
you
work
just
for it.
hustle for it.
And in the time, back then after a few years when I went to hotel school, it was for me very normal to work, let's say, 40 hours next to my school.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I did the planning. So, and then I had the luck because I have, I think, a lot of years of reference as in knowing what work mentality is.
Yeah.
I had the luck that, let's say, the managers or the owners saw that I wasn't like the standard guy that was 18 years old and,
just
I could bring a
coming,
plate.
yeah.
No, I was like more, let's say, an 18-year-old possible to be manager guy.
Yeah.
And basically that's what happened. Whenever I worked, I mostly got, let's say, positions that, as in management, assistant managing, etc.
Nice.
So I started from very young actually to work in this horeca. And basically, I finished hotel school when I was 19.
Okay.
I started when I was 16.
Okay.
And when I was 19, because of my reference as in work mentality, one thing happened is that I got, in that time of 19 years old, I got a lot of options of companies that wanted to employ me.
Okay. Yeah.
So I worked for I don't know what the English word for it is, but the Dutch word is
Just in Dutch universe.
uitzendbureau.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe you can help the crowd out.
What's it?
Uitzendbureau
Yeah,
is,
I know what it is, but yeah, we'll figure something out. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll put it
whatever.
downstairs. I'll
Yeah.
put it down like what it is.
All right. So
No worries.
basically, well, I was employed by one office and
A consultancy agency, right? No, sort of, something like that.
Let's say
Let's say that.
consultancy, yeah. So I had a multiple. I worked 4 days in a week, but at different locations.
Yeah,
Because basically,
okay.
you know,
You're
where the office sent me, I need
Yeah.
to go. All right. So basically, in that time, I worked for this bureau that had good reference. So I worked in mostly five-star hotels.
Oh, nice.
And of these five-star hotels, I mostly then did like an assistant managing,
Manager, yeah.
you know, helping the manager out, but still not employed by the hotel. So,
Yeah.
you know, I learned a lot in these years. So when I was 19, I find myself struggling what to do. And I didn't really want to work for big corporates, etc., because the rules were set. So
Yeah.
I couldn't have a lot of playing ground.
Exactly. Yes.
And I find it important to have a little bit more playing ground.
a little freedom to do.
Yeah, a little more freedom
Yeah.
to explore,
Exactly.
find out new things, and maybe, you know, try out new things. And then, you know, if you don't try, yeah,
You never learn.
you never learn. So basically, I find myself working for a Turkish restaurant
Okay. In the Holland South?
in the Netherlands.
Okay.
Still in the Netherlands, yes. And it was really a small restaurant. I think we had something around 80 people that
Okay.
could sit down. It was, in that time, the Mediterranean kitchen, as in international cuisine, based on Turkish food, etc., was a little bit more, getting a little bit more exposed.
Okay.
And people in the Netherlands were trying it out, as in, oh, you know, this type of food is, you know, it's
Delicious.
also good.
Yeah.
Basically, we are a Chinese restaurant. So if you think about
Yeah.
we're going to a Chinese restaurant, can be something that's very normal.
Exactly.
Think about it, that Turkish food was like, Turkish food? What's that? I mean, do they even eat?
Yeah, Turkish food. Yeah.
So basically, the Turkish food in that time when I was 19 years old got up to a point that people were trying it out.
Yeah.
Not only the Turkish people, of course,
Exactly.
but then, you know. So I started work there as a manager. And then in the Netherlands, we don't have that many positions. I mean,
Okay.
if you're a manager, then basically you could actually say that you're, let's say, a general manager.
Okay.
You know, that's
Yeah.
like, and then, yeah, of course, you have floor managers, etc. But we
It's,
don't
it's,
really
it's
have.
not like the
not a whole-
US, like
it's
the
not
American.
like the US.
Yeah, you have like manager, director, general director. You know.
Yes,
Like,
yeah. We don't have the manager for the manager that washes the glasses manager. No, we have just, you know,
Manager.
manager,
Yeah.
mom, yeah, and they have maybe one or two assistants. and,
Exactly.
you know, and then you need to work 80 hours. Yeah, or more.
Or more. Yeah.
Basically, it's more. So that's a little bit the system, how things went back
Okay.
in those times. So I started work for a Turkish restaurant, and then the journey started.
Okay.
But because I worked for let's say this consultancy office, I worked in a lot of locations for 1 day, 2 days, or
Yeah.
maybe came back, you know, worked 3-4 times there. So I saw a lot of things, and I had the luck that because of my knowledge,
Yeah.
they sent me also to the high value clients. So
Okay.
I really worked at, let's say the best of the best places
Nice.
with age of 16, 17 years old. Managing, let's say, I worked for let's say a hotel, and it was a 5-star hotel, Huis ter Duin, but it's a royal hotel.
Okay.
So the king and back in the time,
yeah,
queen,
queen.
you know, queen, now king. So they
Will stay there.
They will stay there.
Okay.
So they had these big parties, banqueting parties, where a lot of, let's say, the uber rich people, they would rent out, let's say, the whole hotel because they had a party for 800 guests. All right.
Okay.
So you could imagine that you have a party going for 3 days or 4 days in this hotel for 800 guests. So they need to eat, of course.
Yeah.
So I was like the 17-year young guy that only waited the main table. So
Wow.
I was the waiter,
Yeah.
let's say butler, for
Yeah.
just the 2 people that booked the whole party.
Damn.
And the only thing I needed to do is just make sure that other people brought me shit so I could put it down. It was basically, there was nothing to do.
Exactly.
But they were not allowed to, nobody was allowed to touch a bottle of water. There was only special for them. I needed, to put their water in mine.
Yeah.
So basically, with that young age, I had a lot of responsibility.
Exactly.
I do that. But yeah, I proved that I could handle that responsibility. So I think we could say that I have let's say, a magical touch in gastronomic. I have
nice.
magical touch as in talking with people,
People serving and
serving, getting their vibe, letting
Exactly.
people feel comfortable in life, and
Exactly.
opening up people's minds and thoughts. So it started from a very young age.
And in the also in this industry is a thing that you have to have a good aura for me in my sense. Like people will get in touch with you easy, and very talkative and all this stuff. But at that point, when you was like 19, almost 19, 20, didn't you get like not cocky, but the people that are higher or like lower but older than you gotta be like a little not hative, but seeing you as not competition, but also like a little bad eyeing you because you're younger. You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing because they have more experience than you. All that.
Yeah.
Did you ever went through that? Like going through that phase?
I definitely understand what you're trying to open up.
Yeah.
And my answer on that reference is that it's a thing that I still keep in mind as I'm alive today. Back in the time when I was young, I had one thing, and I thought about who's paying the bill.
Okay. Yeah.
So if we all know
Yeah.
that the customer is paying the bill,
Exactly. Yeah.
let's stop the whole bullshit and just make sure that the customer is happy.
Exactly.
They're paying the bill.
Yeah.
So I'm not really interested if I need to do the laundry or do the dishes or wash the glasses. As long as the system keeps going
Exactly.
and the clients are happy, then let's do that. So if I wash glasses, I'm the pro in washing glasses. I make sure that every glass is like shiny because that's what I do.
Exactly.
And for who do I do it? For that customer that brings his money, and the money I get paid from, and there I can pay, house, children, whatever.
Exactly.
I can make things in life. So I use this, let's say, comment on a lot of people because, of course, you get, it's, let's say, we could say that we as people have, in some cases, a lot of problems with, we have that we...
Ego? A little ego?
Well, we want to be treated in a certain way. We want to feel happy and comfortable, and we want to feel, everything. We want to feel. But the one thing that we don't want is that we could get, like, let's say, a positive comment on shit that went wrong. So it went wrong. It's okay.
Yeah.
I still want to give you, like, let's say, the positive lesson. How can we do it better?
Exactly.
But still, because it went wrong, we see it as negative.
Exactly. Yes.
So I think in this case, a lot of people are busy with a lot of direct first feelings that they have. What? Because I'm a girl, you're saying that? No, because you're the first one that's sitting on the bar and the closest to that glass. So I just asked.
Yeah,
Can I maybe get the sugar? So a lot of that normal things, they get downsized or upsized because of people's feelings. And the feelings is something that you yourself want to put in things.
Yeah.
It's energy that you want to put in it, and that energy that you want to put in it, you mostly get it back.
Exactly.
The part is that if you put negative energy in it, you get it back, and then it multiplies.
Exactly. Yes.
So I definitely understand what you mean. I think age is a certain thing that it doesn't always help you. But I think that if you have the balance of being respectful, and that is your base, and if the thing that you're doing it is with a good goal, a good heart and a good, a good vision,
exactly.
then I think it doesn't really matter on what age you have. Basically, I'm turning 40, but I also work with, of course, people that are younger in my industry.
Yeah.
I have children. When I talk with my daughter that is 10, I don't see it as, you're 10, you don't know anything, you need to listen to me because I'm your daddy, and blah. No, we have a conversation, and I try to engage in a conversation that I can see, okay, how does she think? How does she see things? Because basically, if I want to make sure that I expand her mind or teach her things that maybe she doesn't know, the only thing I can find out is if I know how she thinks.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So if I can be, So I think in a lot of cases, definitely in my young age, I had some problems with that. But a lot of people also saw that didn't work. Back in the time when I started working in Horeca, you had the waiting, the serving part.
Yeah.
So you were, I don't know, you had the head waiter, etc. Then you had the chef and the kitchen part. And the only, let's say, small place that you could talk with each other was that small window where the plates came out.
Yeah.
That small window where the plates came out, it was only like one person that was allowed to stand there because, if you had any questions, then you need to go to that one person and can you maybe tell me if there is salt in this sauce? And then wait 15 minutes, and then because nobody was allowed to talk with the chef. And in my case, I don't know who's paying the bill for the chef, but I think the chef is getting paid by the customer.
Exactly.
So I have a question. Is it possible that I can just go to the chef? Why, cut the bullshit with all these layers.
Exactly.
I just have a small question, this guest has an allergy of something, blah, blah. I just need to know the quick answer about
Exactly.
it. And because of that mentality, I just, didn't reach me that much as in people saying, yeah, you're a young guy, blah, blah, blah. And I think at the moment I still have that same vision.
Nice.
I try to see where I do it for. And I think the ones that are paying the bills is that we keep that in mind that these guys,
give them the best service and best.
try to do something good that makes sure that you get a good balance in your business.
Exactly. No, nice. Yeah. Nice. So from the after the Turkish restaurant, did you work any place? I know you work any place after, but what was the when you got into, because I stalked your Instagram and all that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I saw you're a bartender, or you were, I don't know. But
still.
Yes, still. Gotcha.
Definitely.
Good. Cool. So when did you get into, because you were talking a lot about bar, managing and waiter. But when did you get behind the bar and becoming a bartender, and for now?
Yeah. So when I was, what was it? Let's say 31, I think.
Yeah.
29-ish. When I finished hotel school, I had one vision. I want to open my business when I'm 30.
Okay.
And in the meanwhile, I want to teach, or let's say teach not, but I want to see as much as possible and do as much as possible to learn.
Gotcha.
So basically, what I did was I had a multiple job reference. I was general manager of restaurant, clubs, bars. I did Michelin, so I worked in Michelin restaurants. But I also did a management traineeship at McDonald's.
Okay.
But for a guy like me, I mean, why do I need to work at McDonald's?
Yeah.
But a lot of people forget or don't even know or are not interested because their mind is not open.
Exactly.
Is that the traineeship and the system of McDonald's, we could easily say that this is a founder or a foundation of a lot of businesses as we speak at the moment. A lot of franchises are built on a vision of McDonald's.
Okay.
So McDonald's, you could easily say, is the number one or maybe the number two best school worldwide. Because if you go to China, the system of managing and the system of teaching and every rule is the same as in the US, let's say, in general.
Yeah.
So basically, if you look at the perspective that you say, okay, it's not McDonald's as what you see as the yellow M, I get a hamburger there. Yeah. No, the system behind getting that hamburger is the one that you want to learn.
Exactly, yes.
If you, take the opportunity to open your mind to, you can learn something from it. So I basically also did management trainee 1.5 years at McDonald's. I didn't need to do it because basically I have a good knowledge in other parts. Well, then I came to a point of almost turning 30.
Yeah.
And in that point of almost turning 30, I had this vision, I want to open my own business, blah, blah, blah. But then in the last years, I think something around 27, 25, 26, I had this, I'm fed up with the food and wine industry.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that I can maybe do? So then in that time, of course, we're talking, I don't know, for me, lot of years ago, it wasn't that much cocktail bars. I mean, you had cruise ships, etc. Because the Netherlands is not really a vibe place where we, drink a lot of cocktails.
Cocktails, yeah.
And
It's
then
more wine.
Yeah,
Beer.
it's wine
Yeah.
beer industry, and beer is like not crafted, etc. That was more Belgium. We're the Dutch. We just drink, like pills.
Yeah.
So for me, it was a little bit of an industry that was very. I think, could say I understand 60-70% of the industry.
Yeah.
I worked in a lot of places. I did a lot of things. I'm okay with it. What more can I do? So then I started to look at the alcohol industry. And then if you look at the alcohol industry, I wanted to find out more information about brands and liqueurs, etc. And automatically you, let's say, turn into being something with cocktails because, of course you can drink a whiskey straight up, but then we're maybe talking about a good single malt or maybe a blend of a few single malts, etc. But I don't think you're going to do a red label, and I'm not talking bad about red label as in Johnny Walker, but I don't think you're doing a red label with ice and that's your go-to.
No.
No. If you mix it up with Coke or ginger ale or whatever,
it's good.
Soda, amazing drink. I mean, but straight up,
No.
not going to happen. So then you automatically have the answer that a lot of drinks that we use into our day-to-day basis or week-to-week basis are good as in mixed and blend, etc. And if you drink things without a mix or a blend, then you're more into, let's say, a wine or a good alcohol.
Exactly.
Good liquor. So I started to work, opening my mind up for alcohol, and then I started to learn things that, okay, so basically this vodka goes with this, and cocktails, nice. So I started in that industry from, let's say, something around 27, 28.
Okay.
And then I worked for a catering company that did drinks. And I started to work there as, let's say, the manager for the events. And then I had the local managers on location.
Okay.
And I was a little bit like on top of these local managers. So I was overall. And in these 2 to 3 years that I worked for this catering company, I learned a lot actually basically on the drinks industry.
Okay.
But coming from my knowledge, as in food and wine and gastronomics, also working Michelin's, etc., and also managing, we brought a lot of knowledge with each other. So basically, they helped me out in a lot of ways of getting a lot of knowledge, and I helped them also a little bit out with getting different clients.
But it's a way different from a Michelin to an event. It's something very different in the way of service. In wise, it goes faster.
That's a choice.
As a choice?
Yeah, that's a choice.
Okay.
Because if you do an event for 500 people, where you have quality cuisine food, then you still have a choice of, here's your dish, okay, here's the bill and thank you, or this is the dish, it's compared, ladies and gentlemen, on the table, thank you for your time. In front of you, you have a dish of blah, blah, blah. We made a special cocktail that blends in with these and these flavors. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, please, let me know.
Yeah.
I could also say, here's your food, guys. Enjoy. All right.
Bye.
So it's a choice.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
it's not saying that event or a Michelin or a restaurant that does one location.
Okay.
It's choices that you make. Yeah.
Gotcha. So in this working 3 years, after those 3 years, did you kept on going to the bar in the alcohol industry?
Yeah.
How did you get to Schweppes and Gin Mare?
Okay, you're taking the note as in two of my clients.
Yeah, because that's like the main, I think, brands that I see almost. And how did you get into from starting there and then working all the way to?
So when I was 31, I started working for this catering company, this beverage catering company, and then I wanted to do something for myself. I had that reference as in something around 30. I want to have my own business, blah blah blah. So I started working for I started to try out for something for myself.
Yeah.
And in that time, so we're talking about something around 11 years ago when I was walking with this topic, what to do. I wanted to do something organic.
Okay.
Very nice. I wish you all the best and all the luck. But, if you asked me this 5 years ago, now organic is like, oh, it's normal, right?
Yeah, it's a thing.
You
Yeah,
can get organic gin, organic vodka, organic whatever, you know, organic syrups.
exactly.
Back in the day,
Yeah,
good luck.
yeah, it wasn't nothing. Yeah,
No suppliers. Well, there were some suppliers, but it was like not a lot. So basically, I think you could easily say I was way ahead of time,
That's
as in
nice.
with this concept.
Yeah.
So then I said, okay, you know, it's struggling and etc. In the meanwhile, after a few months, I started to get phone calls from my, let's say, previous clients when I worked for this beverage catering company. And yeah, they were not getting the same service and quality and result as in
Because
when
when you
I
work,
worked there.
yeah.
I tried to, of course, do a good handover, you know, because, okay, I wish everybody their business and their money, you know. So, but basically I came to a point where I started making choices. Am I proceeding in this drinks industry? Maybe saying yes to a few clients, but not really, but, you know, maybe saying yes to a few clients. So I started to think about, you know, let's just do it.
Okay.
So I basically got back into the same, let's say, industry where I already previously was working, but then for my own company.
Okay.
Then if you have your own company, I find it important, going back to when I was young, I also thought about a lot of things. That if you have a company, you think about life, you think about future, you think about staff, you think about, you know, if you have staff, you have the responsibility of these people paying their wages and you know, and everything.
Yeah.
They have children, they work for you, so you need to think about something. Basically, then that made it that I didn't want to be a very big company, but I know that I want to be a company. And if you're a company, you think about different things.
Exactly.
So going back or speeding it up to, let's say, the Jim Mara or Schweppes, I got to a certain point where I combined my knowledge, and that was for my own company. And then the game changed and started, and the game also expanded.
Yeah.
And one of the things that then we offer for service for my catering company is that we work for brands and we help them with achieving their goal.
Exactly. Yeah.
But a lot of, let's say, bartenders or maybe, we could easily say bartenders or maybe people, they want to be like, let's say, a brand ambassador for a brand, and that's their full-time job.
Exactly.
For me, it's I want to help out a brand.
Exactly.
So no, I don't want to work for the brand. I want to help out the brand. And if I want to help the brand, it's not they're paying. So, you know, no, it's my choice who I work with.
Yeah.
So I don't get money if I think that your product is, you know, not bad, but shitty.
Yeah.
Or it's
not that good of,
you know, then it's sorry, you're not my client.
Yeah.
And because I'm a business, I need to think about continuity. I need to think about the future. So if I start working for bad brands or bad clients, then my
you may lose people, you may lose clients too.
I think you may lose everything.
Yeah.
Because basically, you know, that's how it works. Okay. So in general, we have a lot of alcohol-based companies as clients. And you could easily say that we do, in these 10 to 11 years now, we do a lot for any brand. So
Gotcha.
Diageo and Bacardi, and you have the Maximum, and so the list goes on.
Okay.
Of course, now we have the time that we have like local small brands also. You know, they also get the position of working. So yes, we have a lot of gym brands, etc. And then I think 5 or 6 years ago, I got to a point where I got an invite to go to Belgium to have training masterclass for Schweppes. And in that time, it was premium mixers. So Schweppes launched premium mixers. It was in 2016. And I thought, soda? I mean, mixers, tonic?
Yeah.
I mean, how difficult can this be? I mean, you just open the bottle, right? And then you throw it in. I mean, like let's be serious.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's not rum. It's like, no, 12 years age, so
It's
little
not
sister.
there,
You know, it's soda, right?
Yeah.
But I thought, maybe it's something more than soda. Because basically, actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
all right, bam, jump in the car, let's go to Belgium, find out. I mean, basically, it's information. Just So when we were in Antwerp, we got this training by the local brand ambassador, Massimo. His name is Massimo.
Okay.
And he explained actually together with R&D everything about soft drinks and what carbonation does and temperature and how to infuse and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, really? Shit. Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was just opening up the bottle.
Exactly.
So I also found out then that it made it very interesting that I have a lot of, let's say, alcohol-based brands.
Yeah.
But I don't have any soft drink company. And one thing that struck me was that, keep in mind, I thought it was only opening a bottle. Mm-hmm. So how many bartenders, owners, bartenders, and also people that just ordered this drink think the same, like, how special can it be?
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So I then found it as, let's say, my goal also in this industry if you share this knowledge with people, you don't have to choose it because, you can choose other brands.
Exactly.
But still you have this knowledge.
Yeah.
So then I thought, how cool is this? Then I have the rum things and the gin companies and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then I also have a soft drink company that I can work for.
Exactly.
Well, luckily, Schweppes International is not really a small brand.
No.
It's the first soft drink company in the world. I mean, they basically invented soda, carbonated water. So there's a lot of history, a lot of knowledge in the company.
Nice.
And I started to make it happen that we combine this history and knowledge and to bring it out to the world and share with the people this information about basically what is a soft drink and how is it made, because a lot of things we think we know.
Yeah. But we don't know. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
So that's how we came to that I'm officially the regional brand ambassador for Schweppes International Limited.
Nice.
Well, it's all company names, but to explain it to you, my region that I work for is from, let's say, the Nordics to Central Europe.
Okay.
And then we have a little bit going to Italy and Spain and Portugal. Yeah. So it's something around, I think in total, something around 21, 22 countries. And being that Schweppes is a name, a brand name that we know, but internally a lot of people don't know that the brand name is sold a lot of years ago. And so it's owned. Yeah. The name is owned by different companies. So Coca-Cola, for instance, also owns the right for Schweppes in certain countries. That's the same as here in Curaçao. Coca-Cola does Schweppes. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Well, that makes it that Coca-Cola, because they own the name, not the quality of the liquid, but they own the name, that they also make their own marketing choices. So yes, I do something for SIL Nordics, and that's also combined with Suntory. Yeah. It's also partly basically owned by Suntory in the region that I work. Okay. But if you talk about Caribbean or maybe America, then it could be owned by somebody else. Yeah, somebody else. Gotcha. And they have different ways of looking at how to make it, how to tell the story. Exactly. Or maybe doesn't. Yeah, they don't
because it's their country
region,
or their region.
Their
exactly.
Region, they decided. I mean, they make the volume. And
exactly.
So from this case, it's more that business-wise, I then make choices. So the same happened with let's say Gemara. Yeah. And we could easily say the same happened with Diplomatico. Okay. I have a very close friend of mine that has a importing company in the Netherlands, and they import, let's say, the specialty of the things. They started way back ago, and they started as in every owner hustling, putting crates in a car
and driving.
And then driving, hey guys, I have this amazing product, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'll buy 2 bottles. Okay, thank you so much, It's hustle. So they expanded, and in this case, as you, I think, could understand if you read between the lines, I choose to help and not work for money. Because passion is the main driver. Exactly. That helps it when I work 70 or 80 hours a week, and in the morning I bring my children to school, and I came at 5 o'clock in the night home, with 2 hours sleep. So this is passion that drives me in this case. Exactly. And keeps me alive also. Mm-hmm. So I made then the first brand that he was doing in the Netherlands was Gemara. Okay. And Jimara being also a very special gin because of his distillation process and his way of thinking as industry. It is developed with Michelin chefs from the guys from El Bulli, from then you're talking 3 Michelin stars.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you could easily say it's not only a liquid anymore. No. It's basically something very good gin. Yeah. So I also found myself in the same position. Nice bottle. Okay. You could like the bottle, yes or no. Yeah. You could like the smell, yes or no. But basically, you don't know why the taste combination is how it is. Yes, exactly. Because nobody tells you, because you cannot find it on a bottle. You need somebody to share
explain it to you.
Explain this and share this knowledge, etc. So basically, I find myself doing the same. Like, hey, this is a very good brand. I want to help them out. I believe in this brand. I think internationally wise, that if people drink or even have tried this once in their life, it doesn't need you to be your go-to gin. Yeah. But as long as
at least tried it
and somebody explained to you, like, this is a distillation process and this is why this has happened. And one very simple example, there's a distillation process as in from Aberconilla, and it's olive.
Okay.
It's a Spanish type olive, very expensive. In the Michelin kitchen, they use it a lot. So they have distilled olives into the gin. And you're like, olives?
Okay.
So why put olives in gin? You don't even taste it.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. But if I explain to you that if you put olive oil into a distillation process, it expands the level of taste because it moves it. When you put a liquid into your mouth, it starts in the front, then you have your taste buds, then it hits your nose. And your nose is the element that you actually recognize, because we don't taste with our mouth, we taste with our nose. Then if it hits the nose, you could smell like rosemary or whatever. But if for me rosemary is for you strawberry, because that is your reference with this same scent, that's what makes this life a very nice life, because what for me is...
It's different for me. Yeah.
But if you talk about the ABV, so then we're just looking at
alcohol. Yeah.
Then if you drink a product that has a certain amount of ABV, then mostly it will hit you in the front of your throat, after your tongue.
Exactly.
So what happens if you put olive oil into this distillation process? This shifts the way to in the front of your throat to maybe in the middle or maybe all the way in the end. Okay. If you shift alcohol, ABV, just alcohol, to all the way in the back, automatically the notes will get softer.
Gotcha.
Well, tell me, how many people even understand this way of thinking, because then they know that olive oil does this? Yeah. Tell me that.
Yeah. I can't. I don't even know, man. I didn't even know.
You understand that the certain level of knowledge that we're talking about is then people that are really, they're busy with passion about the product and how to get the best result for the liquid. And also how to make sure that if you try something, you're like, no, I like this better because it's softer, or it's smoothie, or this is creamy. But you don't really know the answers. It's like...
You're just like throwing a hint, or you're just like assumptions.
Oh, this is nice. It smells good, but you don't know why it smells good.
Exactly.
So I find out that a lot of effort that people put into products, let's say, not only products, but same as we as a bartenders, let's say drinks industry people, we put a lot of effort in things. The only thing that we could make sure that our industry is getting bigger and better is by sharing this, like, let's say, knowledge.
Knowledge,
But you also need to make money. So you don't have always time to share, explain every cocktail. But if you're busy with thinking about how quality and taste and level of taste can help a to experience a new thing, then the whole industry, I think, gets to a better point.
Yeah.
So in this case, as an example of, let's say, Jim Mare, but also the same story with Diplomatico, and also with Schweppes being the regional brand ambassador. For me, I have my company, these are clients, but basically the clients are because I choose to instead of just being happy with, let's say, money that they pay.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Nice. And this is you're doing with the you have 2 companies, right? If I'm not mistaken, or just...
I have some more companies,
just
but basically...
In this industry?
No, because then you're talking about, let's say, COVID is a good example.
Okay.
And I could actually say that maybe I was a little bit too late with expanding.
Okay.
But if you do something in one type of a business and you keep doing that, and then you have 10 or whatever companies doing the same thing, in case one thing goes wrong, then all the 10 companies goes wrong.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I have a catering company.
Yeah.
We work, it's a beverage catering company.
Okay.
And we offer for a multiple selection of clients different things. So yes, I have restaurants, chains, I have small business owners that we offer. Yes, I have the drink distributors or the importers as clients.
Yeah.
We offer different packages for them, etc. Okay, so but basically we could say it's a drink beverage training company. Yes. So then next to that, I also have, let's say, an importing company where I import products and also sell them online.
Okay.
And then what's not on my, let's say, LinkedIn or whatever, is that we also do, we call it MKB, MKB ondersteuning. And what I mean with MKB is that MKB is the Dutch word for small, let's say, business owners, small business owners, and a little bit bigger, but not corporate.
Okay.
So small, one-man shows.
One-man show, but not
maybe,
corporate.
You know, can be a business owner that has staff, but not corporate. Okay?
Gotcha.
So MKB. And what we do for these business owners is we try to help them out with different topics. Because a lot of my let's say, clients, they say, all right, Douglas, we have, 300,000 turnover, and I want to do something that we can, make it $1 million or something. What process, we need to look at the website, we need to maybe do marketing, maybe we need to extract a few more products that we can sell. So for these clients, then, you look at different topics.
Yeah.
Other clients say, hey, I have a shortage in staff. I need a few receptionists. I need maybe a personal driver, whatever. Can you help me out with that? The other client says, I need a POS material. I want to give some gifts to my clients. So can you help me out with, T-shirts, blah, blah. So it's really very wide as in what we offer. But basically, it's also that if you work in a horeca or you have business that's based on horeca, one thing that really comes on is that you meet a lot of people. And then everybody maybe asks you, hey, I'm looking for to buy a car. Do you know someone? Yeah, of course. My friend, Hassan, he has his, here is Hassan's number. Give him a call. Said, it's from Douglas. It's okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So now Frank and Hassan are calling for a new car, and where's your cut?
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not saying you need a cut because, you do things for positive vibes.
Exactly. Yeah.
But if you think about it, if you have this, maybe one time a year is not really a problem. But if you have this every week, maybe you need to make a business out of it.
Exactly.
So you could say that concierge service is something that is also reaching Europe. And we just made a business out of it. But it's not really hardcore concierge. We're just helping out business owners reaching their goals.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and then as we speak, I'm busy with trying to find some finance for IT company that I want to start out. Also, something that I was already planning before COVID.
Okay, nice.
Well, COVID came, so we need to put a little bit the squeeze on everything.
Yeah.
And also busy with a production company at the moment because I don't know how you have this, let's say Caribbean or in Curaçao, but also just talking about the Caribbean. But in Europe, we have a problem with the quality of staff. Quality of staff is shifting. There are multiple reasons for it. We can go back a few years in time. But one of the things is that people really don't want to pay the money for good staff.
Exactly.
The other thing is that staff are people. It's not machines. They don't produce every second the same quality.
Exactly.
We have feelings. One day you're good, one day you're bad. So, but I'm still paying the same money.
Sure.
So you could have a different discussions topic about this topic.
But not everybody is the same machine also.
And then you have that, and maybe the machine gets sick.
Yeah,
so
true.
you need to pay for it also. So, there are, of course, a lot of things that we can, easily think about, things that we need to think about as owners.
Yeah.
But one thing makes it difficult, I think, in this drinks industry is that the wages are not that much. Basically, the wages are very low.
Yeah, exactly.
If you compare that with the quality and, a little bit of a good balanced life, and then combining that with all the effort that you make, because work long hours, mostly night hours, etc., etc.,
Exactly.
then the wages are like really, man, it's really difficult. It's really difficult for me to keep this positive vibe going. Because
Yeah. Yeah.
end
it
of the
is.
day, it's really bullshit money.
Yeah. You broke your back for almost what,
It's,
$10 an hour.
well, if you're lucky, you're getting $10 an hour.
Here's 10 guilders an hour for
yeah,
waiters. So
I mean, 10 guilds an hour for waiters.
yeah.
I mean, and then I definitely could say, coming back after 15 years, that I have the utmost respect
Yeah.
for you guys that do the work here,
Yeah.
based on what I see that the prices and the quality of your type of food and drinks is what you get on the island.
Okay.
But don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
because I'm saying I have the most,
Yeah.
respect for it, doesn't mean it's a good thing.
Exactly.
Because basically I see it as a very troubling and a bad thing. That you can go to a supermarket and pay, I don't know, 10 guilders for cucumber, and then all the cucumbers are bad. I'm like,
Yeah.
In the Netherlands, we have a different system. All the cucumbers need to be straight, and we paid extra for it. So the curved cucumbers, we don't buy them. No, that's also bullshit. But I'm just basically talking about we have a quality of products that we know that are good. Every shop that I've been to this week, well, sorry, but 90% of the shops,
Yes.
it's just shitty
Yeah.
for a serious amount of money.
Yeah.
So how do you do that? Getting a wage of 10 guilders
Guilders
an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, come on, man.
Work
Come on.
1 to 2. When I used to work, when I started in this industry, I've been in 7 years already. When I started, I used to work 3 jobs, like, because I never worked, I never studied for, like, in this horeca. I started, I did MTS, like
MTS? I know what that is.
I have a diploma for electromotor.
All right.
And then you see me here right now in a bar. So, but 10 guilders an hour. I worked at night, work in the morning as an electrician, and you keep on going, So, and at a point here, it's difficult. A lot of people worry about the title. I don't worry that much about titles, but it's and not also the money also, but it's the job the much effort that you put in. I really like for people to take notice of the effort. And here it's hard sometimes for the higher ups to notice how good you are working, I don't know if you understand.
Yeah, I definitely understand what you mean. Yeah.
So, and I think that is the part that's difficult on the island, because after a while of like working very hard and giving 100%, 120,
Let's say 120 or 200.
200, yeah. You say, like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this shit anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna come to work and do like a okay job, and then I
Whatever
left.
job.
Yeah, and then leave. And from there, you will get the shittier experience from there.
Yeah, you lose passion. But
Exactly.
basically, I understand it. But going back to if you lose the passion, yes or no, on 10 guilders an hour, sorry, but
Yeah.
I don't know how you have the possibility of thinking that your quality of life is getting better. But then it goes to what is the customer willing to pay for this product, and then what quality are you getting back?
Yes.
So let's say in the case that I pay, I don't know, 10 guilders for Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
but it's even hard to get a glass that's properly washed, filled with ice cubes, and maybe a lime wedge, Ooh, 10 guilders, here's your lime wedge, because you know why? The lime makes sure that the sugar and everything balance out.
Exactly.
So people are thinking about, let's say, a stupid thing as Coca-Cola, because the lime makes the difference.
Exactly.
So if you don't get all this, but you're still paying 10 guilders, why should you pay 10 guilders?
Exactly. Yeah.
So this is then, I think, the main problem in a lot of countries that we're talking about, that a lot of people don't have problems for willing to pay for quality, but or they don't understand it, or they even also don't have the money to pay for quality because they also don't make enough, or basically you're not getting the quality, but you're still paying for it.
Yeah.
So I think this gap that we're talking about makes it very difficult for us in this drinks industry and general in horeca to keep this positive vibe and positive thing going on.
Exactly.
And then of course you can talk about also passion and what you went through, but if you don't have this conversation with this customer, then they don't know.
They don't.
Basically,
Exactly.
end of the day, sorry, they pay the same money. I mean, if you ask two guilders or 5 guilders or whatever you ask, $2 for a certain thing, make sure you give them the best quality.
Exactly.
And that's your choice. It's not a choice to I don't have. No, it's the choice of always giving good thing.
Yeah.
But it's from my perspective of a person that travels, let's say maybe 1.5 weeks every month.
Okay.
In Europe.
Okay.
So I travel
A lot.
Really a lot. I see really a lot of countries.
Yeah.
I find it very disturbing. Actually, it's the good word to see that. It's not the case of not willing. It's really the case of nobody actually gives a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
And it's not even only in Orica. I mean,
it's everywhere.
It's everywhere in this island.
Yeah.
It's very troubling to see. And then I can, easily say that I think that this vibe also influences the other islands.
Yes.
And maybe other islands are having even more trouble with more hustle because you could say that, Curaçao is let's say the biggest. So the main money, the big ships or whatever comes in here. I had, let's say, the luck of 4 years ago going to Aruba for a project at the Renaissance Hotel there. So I went to Aruba, and I know that Aruba sold their soul a lot of years ago to tourism.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, yeah, Aruba, blah, blah. But I'm thinking, sorry, but I think you have two things here. You have sun and you have beach.
Yeah.
And I think if we go on holiday, we want sun
And beach.
Yeah. So if you have this specialty,
why not use it?
Use it.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I would pimp it out.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I would let you pay for every beach square meters that you're on the beach because then I can, renovate the beach. I can keep it clean, etc.
Exactly.
And I could make sure that we have corals and blah. I would pimp out that beach. I pimp out every beach. Because that's what you do in Ireland.
Exactly.
I mean, you can do business here, and you could maybe have family, blah blah. But if you're here as a tourist, then you meet, for me, beach, And if when you're done with the beach, you want to eat. So
eat, drink, party.
Whatever. So I would also pimp, everything out.
Exactly.
So, and then that you sell your soul for, let's say, 6 months. Let's say a good 50, more maybe 60% of the island drives on this tourism.
Yeah.
Oh, well, after 6 months, it goes down a little bit. It's okay.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
next year, same thing happens.
Same thing, yeah.
And as long as you're busy with thinking about always the next steps in your life, but also in your country, then you're evolving. So, if you know that your business that you have here is this color and you need to paint it, that means that you need to think about a margin that in your drinks that you sell, you need to save, let's say, 2 cents on each drink, put it on a separate bank account, because you need to buy paint end of the year.
Exactly.
Because if you don't paint it, then it doesn't look nice. It's bad for blah, people
and
don't
people
come,
will
blah, blah, blah. So that's very normal, right? So, talking about the topic as pimping out the beach, let people pay for the beach or whatever it is, or I don't know, but give something back, but use this money to clean it up, make sure that they have parking places. I don't know, but think about something, Make it accessible for people to enjoy and to have a good time, spend their money, and give something back to the island, because basically they're giving a portion of their money
back
to the island.
Yeah, exactly.
And that comes to you, and it flows to the bank manager, and the bank manager maybe is your mother, and she gets paid by there. So,
the cycles.
It's a cycle. So I really see it as a little bit of a disturbing thing, comparing a country like Aruba. I'm not saying Aruba everything is good. I'm just saying they know,
they pimped it out really nice.
They sold their soul.
Yeah.
And it's okay. Yeah. As long as you sell the soul and you make sure the money goes back, then you have a good thing.
Exactly.
I think one of the main problems is, of course, that the selling soul went to the director, and the director had a good bank account, and the rest of the staff is still okay. But it is a different topic. So I would definitely, I will go back with one thing in my mind, in my heart, that I hope that the people that live here, and maybe our listeners think about how to encourage ourselves and also each other.
Exactly.
With, guys, really try to help out your island,
Exactly,
the
yes.
place that you live.
Yeah.
But, you could say, I'm from Curaçao, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel myself as an Antillean or people from Curaçao. I don't live here.
Exactly.
I live somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So I make sure that in the Netherlands I do the same thing, for
yeah.
the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And
And
so and I have a love for a lot of countries.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not I come from Curaçao, I need to have only love for here.
No.
I have love for a lot of countries. So, but I would really hope that maybe if I come back in 5 or 10 years or whatever, that I see a different Curaçao that has evolved in a lot of
Exactly.
ways.
Yeah.
In housing, in streets,
Yeah. That's it.
in mothers that excuse me.
Yeah.
So in let's say mothers that are not struggling with 2 or 3 children and
Exactly.
there's no father.
Yeah. Yeah.
These basic things in
Yeah.
the family. Yeah.
Those small things can change a lot of things.
Well,
yeah.
I think if I really look at a country like this, then coming back after 15 years, this is my biggest. I hope that this will change in the coming years. But I also know that you can hope a lot of things, but if you don't speak out,
Yes.
then it doesn't change. If it's not a topic that you're not willing to discuss with each
Exactly.
other,
Yes.
I'm not saying that the result needs to be there. It's just it needs to be the topic, because as long as the topic, we can get movement, and if we get movement, then
True.
we get somewhere.
Yeah. Yes.
So I think that this topic, as in, we need to think about what is our next 10 or 20 years strategy.
Exactly.
And what I also definitely think that a lot of things people say, yeah, the government. But the government doesn't clean your toilet,
No.
doesn't clean your kitchen,
Yeah.
it doesn't wash your car. You do that yourself.
Yeah.
You don't need the government to do small basic things.
Yeah. Yes.
That's I think my best hope
For Curaçao.
for Curaçao and also the other Caribbean islands.
Mhm.
Think about your square meter and your
Exactly.
neighbor's square meter. If you
Yeah.
think about that, that, and everybody does the same.
Yeah.
Believe me,
It will go a long
it
way.
will,
Yes.
get better than waiting for the prime minister to
Like-
pay you all $1 million to fix your house.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's not gonna work. Yeah.
Paint your own house, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, save the money, paint for it.
Exactly.
Do maybe 2 or 3 jobs, but make sure it looks nice, or
Exactly.
basic things.
Yeah. Take some days off and paint it and do all this.
Yeah, or whatever it is,
Yeah.
but take responsibility that you don't need to wait for somebody else to,
To do it for you.
give you something or whatever, but just take your responsibility and keep in mind that if everybody takes that small piece of responsibility,
Yeah.
not only in the drinks industry, but also in other industries, all industries will grow on
Yeah.
each other,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that a lot of people forget. It's let me put it this way. Working in hotel, I worked in almost 6 years, and a lot of people forget you have layers of like purchasing, you have management, and then you have front of house and all that. But a lot of people forget that, like you said a few minutes ago, like the customer pays, but if you don't deliver what I need to work with, then they don't pay, because it's a pain. Because where I used to work before, I order something. Let's say I order cucumber or black label. I come in the next day, they're like, yeah, the paper didn't get in right. Like, how? I gave it to you, and you're supposed to give it to me today. Yeah, you got to come back tomorrow. Like, I need it today to give it to the customer so the customer can pay. No, come back tomorrow, you'll get it. I'm like, okay. So this is how we work. So it's a cycle, like, it's like that. And the mindset here is also like very laid back. Very like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. All they'll only focus on today. They don't focus on the future. So that's the thing, that's the mindset itself got to change. And through years, I wanted to go to Holland to keep on studying, keep on growing, and travel actually in this business. But at a point, I get to like, I see a lot of potential in Curaçao itself. I can travel and come back, but I see a lot of potential to help it grow. And in my mindset, it's like, if I leave, some things will like stay the same. That's the way I think. If I don't know nothing about it, it will stay the same until I come back. It's gonna start changing, you know. So that's why for me I didn't leave the island to do something else,
Yeah.
you know.
No, but I mean, good choice. I mean, luckily we have the world of internet. So we
Yeah,
have,
exactly.
you know, we have Facebook, Instagram, a lot of things. So you have the luck to see it and to catch some of the vibes of the rest of the world. But I definitely think that you mentioned you're around 30,
Yeah, 25.
25.
Yeah, well, yeah, almost. Yeah,
So I mean, if you think about leaving on your age,
yeah,
you won't be back after maybe 40
No.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think you're coming back because then you have kids in a different country
Yeah.
and they need to go to school. So I think it's a good, you know, choice that you say, hey, I'm staying here. I think, you know, giving the best back to the island, but also getting the best out for me is, you know, to make sure that the effort is on the island. So I definitely think it's a good choice. I respect it a lot.
Yeah.
In my case, doing this podcast together and talking about different topics, I've just tried to share my feelings with what I hope that a lot of young entrepreneurs and bartenders here that you guys maybe can, you know, get into contact with each other locally or maybe on Caribbean based.
Yes.
And talk about just the basic topics, you know. I think this is the best way for us in general to grow.
Exactly. Yes.
Not only in your industry, but also in your life.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That's nice. So we're gonna wrap it up, man.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We talked for a while, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for dropping by.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, I know it was like a last minute, but thank you very much for giving a little, I don't know how long, an hour, I think, an hour and a half. Is there any place that people can find you, or if they have any questions, some of the listeners or anything, they have questions for you, where's the easiest way and the quickest way to find out? Instagram or anything else?
I think definitely that it's always nice if people would, you know, try to follow my movements. I would definitely say also that yes, I have these, let's say, Instagram and Facebook thing, but I also don't do that much with it because I would rather see you face to face and talk about something, you know?
Yes.
I think we need to balance a little bit out that in life, it's not about nice pictures only and I'm putting it and letting the world show that, look, this is how great my life is. Yeah, right, okay. How was your dinner? Yeah, I have 26 pictures. But how was your dinner?
How was it? Yeah.
I don't know. I have 26 pictures.
Yeah.
So instead of doing 26 pictures, I just do.
Try. Yeah,
you know,
just
I
the
just
food.
do the dinner.
Yeah,
you know, and
exactly.
have a good conversation. Yeah. So definitely, if you want to follow, you can find me. Look me up. My name is Douglas Anasagasti, as in from Instagram. My company in the Netherlands is called Your Bar. That's one of my companies. But I would definitely say in case of working together, because I find this topic very important, that if the listeners have any questions, they want to maybe know more things, or maybe even for us to do another podcast.
Yeah, sure.
Can be international. You know? I'm from the Netherlands, you're here, so whatever. Or I think they should reach out to you because you definitely do a lot of. I generally could say thank you for taking and doing the effort of even making this podcast.
Yeah.
I mean,
thank you.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You tell me that I choose to, you know, stay on the island of Curaçao.
Yeah.
This is, you know, my way of bringing back to the community.
Exactly.
And I think this is a good example on, you know, you taking the effort.
Thank you.
So I think you should get the credits of, you know.
Thank you.
Always that people can get in contact with you.
Yeah.
I think definitely for the viewers and the listeners, they already, of course, know your channel, but I think this is a good, let's say, kick in that you can maybe mention it again. So the mic is yours. The channels that they can reach you for questions.
Yeah, no, they know where you can reach me on my Instagram, Bebe Kumi, and also on Facebook. They can just search my name, Francesco Leonora. But the really thing is, it's nice to sit down and talk with you actually, because I got in contact with you from a friend. You know,
mutual friend.
Mutual friend, exactly.
Mutual friend, yes.
And it was very nice, and I really found it really interesting.
Yeah.
And he told me like you have a lot of knowledge in this industry itself.
Yeah.
And in general also.
Yeah.
And I always love to sit down with people and talk a little about what they went through, what they're going through, what they did to get where they are. So for me, it's very nice that you came here to sit with me.
Yeah. I had maybe a good thing of two things before we close off.
Yeah.
Because I come from Curaçao, I definitely understand what your podcast name means.
Yeah.
But we're talking in English.
Yeah, we're talking.
So maybe for our international listeners, it's good to you can share a little bit what the name means.
Bebe Kumi means drink with me, actually.
Drink with me.
Yeah, and I just got a notification that this podcast is 82, in the top 82 in Netherlands.
Oh.
I just got there. I'm like, oh.
Damn.
Yeah, damn.
Power for you, bro.
Thanks, man.
Power. That's a virtual power, guys.
Yeah.
Power, you know?
So I was really happy with hearing that. So, but it will take a while to get to the point that I really want to get with this podcast. But everything takes time,
Everything takes time in life. And I think to close it off on my part, I would definitely say I had a conversation this week with a young guy actually in a cigar bar here in Curaçao.
Yeah.
And we had a conversation, and one thing that we talked about, when you die, you can't take anything, so you got to enjoy life, and you cannot, if you die, you don't take your money, blah, 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 so you got to experience, etc., blah, blah, blah. But in my case, I would definitely say I would try to encourage people to think about, if you die, what would you like to leave behind?
Yeah.
Because what you like to leave behind makes it that you need to start investing now. Mm-hmm. And it's not, in the end, investing.
Exactly.
Because nothing comes in the end.
True. So, Douglas, thank you very much for joining me on this episode.
Thank you.
I have something to give to you, like a T-shirt, just so you can go back to Holland.
Nice.
Bebe Kumi in the back, and in front, like, gotta tip a bartender. Remember to tip the bartender.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much, guys.
No
I don't. We have a small camera set up here, basically an iPhone setup, and I see a laptop going on and a few professional mics. So it's very small. I hope you guys can see it, but thank you very much. As I mentioned, it was my pleasure, guys, to be here.
Yeah.
But wow, I mean, talking about this topic. So your show and the podcast.
Yes, man.
So how do you do it? I mean,
it's everything. I just save up money and I buy myself, man. So it's a thing that every month I put something aside.
All right.
Yeah, and then I bought a mic. Like when I started, it's just like the cheapest mic I can get.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was like one thing after another. Buying a secondhand laptop, from there I just like kept on going from there, and everything comes from my own pocket. And
start struggling, and then it comes from there on.
Exactly.
Well, definitely, it's a nice thing. So that means I can, in general, say that you donate the time, the money you invest, and it's all for free. You just, this is your energy and your piece of energy that your karma that you're giving back to the island, and also back to the industry. Well, I can definitely say respects for that. I mean,
thank you, man. Thank you.
Maybe, coming from a business side of things, I could say I would definitely try to keep the show, going without commercials. I think it's best for everybody because this is, what we do. In this case, is there maybe a thing that I can arrange that I can maybe, donate some money to the foundation or Bebe Kumi,
Sure,
do you have something set up, or can you set up something?
I don't have nothing set up yet, but I can set up something.
Maybe it's something to think about to set up, because basically, I mean,
if people are willing to, it's.
I mean, guys, I don't see that you're driving a big Mercedes and Porsche, so I don't think you need that much. But
exactly.
In general, could say you print this T-shirt, you hand it over to your customer. Everything, your time costs money. So I think the smallest donation that you can think about, as long as we think about each other in this industry, we can grow. So I would definitely say, guys, thanks a lot for listening. I hope I maybe we encouraged you to think about a few topics.
Yeah.
I would definitely say listen to the next podcast. It's coming definitely soon and wrapping up. In my case, thanks for now. Take care, enjoy, stay safe. I mean, it's COVID times.
Yeah.
We have a new struggles in life, but
True.
basically, staying safe means think about yourself, your health, and the people that you love. That's more the case,
Yes.
not only of COVID. And thanks.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. See you guys next time on this on Bebe Kumi and deuces. Yeah, man.